If you're over 60, this may be the most important video you'll ever watch, because if your arms feel weaker, your legs tremble after walking, or you can no longer get out of a chair without effort, your muscles may already be vanishing. This is not aging, this is sarcopenia, and it can silently rob you of your independence. But what if I told you there's one simple fruit that not only stops this process, but can actually reverse it, helping you rebuild your muscle strength like you're 40 again? This isn't folklore. This is real peer-reviewed science, backed by top institutions like the National Institutes of Health and Harvard. And yes, it's sitting in most kitchens, yet doctors rarely talk about it. If you ignore sarcopenia, it doesn't just make you weaker. According to the Mayo Clinic, sarcopenia increases your risk of life-threatening falls, hip fractures that often never heal, hospital stays that cause even faster muscle loss, and ultimately, permanent dependence on walkers, caregivers, or worse, a nursing home. And the worst part, you won't notice until it's too late. By the time most seniors realize they're losing strength, they've already lost up to 50% of their muscle mass. But here's the good news. You can fight back, and one miracle fruit holds the key. So what is this one fruit that reverses sarcopenia? It's the tart cherry. Yes, tart cherries. Research from the University of Vermont and Michigan State University found that tart cherries are packed with compounds that not only reduce inflammation in muscle tissue, but actively stimulate muscle protein synthesis, the exact process your body uses to build strength. One study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that older adults consuming tart cherry recovered faster from strength workouts and built more lean muscle than those who didn't. Tart cherries do what expensive supplements fail to do. They fight muscle breakdown, increase mitochondrial function, and even boost mobility. But how do they work? And what happens when you combine them with two other nutrients? That's next. Tip 2. Combine tart cherries with magnesium citrate. Here's why. Your muscles don't grow in isolation. They need relaxation and proper contraction. Magnesium is the critical mineral that controls both. According to Harvard Health, more than 60% of adults over 60 are deficient in magnesium. Without it, your body can't activate the enzymes required for protein metabolism. And without proper protein metabolism, you're just storing protein as waste, not muscle. But when you combine tart cherries with magnesium citrate, something amazing happens. Your body absorbs amino acids more efficiently and builds muscle even during sleep. Still, that's only half the story. Tip 3. Timing is everything. Eat tart cherries before sleep. Here's the science. Tart cherries are a natural source of melatonin. That's the hormone that not only helps you sleep, but deepens recovery. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which is essential for muscle repair and regeneration. A clinical trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that melatonin-rich tart cherries improved sleep quality and increased muscle regeneration overnight. This means a single serving of tart cherries before bed could boost your muscle-building hormones naturally. But what if I told you there's something even more powerful hidden in the tart cherry that Big Pharma doesn't want to talk about? Let's expose that next. Most people eat tart cherries for antioxidants or flavor, but what you're not told is this. Tart cherries are one of the richest natural sources of anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are pigments that turn off the gene responsible for muscle atrophy, that's muscle wasting. Research published in Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity shows that anthocyanins can protect aging muscles from oxidative stress, inflammation, and even insulin resistance. Why does that matter? Because insulin is also a muscle-building hormone. As we age, insulin resistance blocks your muscle cells from absorbing amino acids and glucose, your body's fuel. That leads to fatigue, weakness, and faster muscle loss. But anthocyanins from tart cherries restore that sensitivity, so your muscles reignite their youth. Here's something even more shocking. A study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who consumed tart cherry extract for 12 weeks gained more strength than those taking whey protein. Let that sink in. A fruit beat a protein supplement. But don't rush to the store just yet. Most cherries on the shelf won't work, and one mistake could erase all the benefits. Here's the biggest mistake seniors make. They buy sweet cherries, not tart. Sweet cherries have less than half the anthocyanin content and too much sugar. That sugar spike triggers insulin surges, which over time lead to fat gain, inflammation, and actually worsens sarcopenia. So here's what you must do. Choose Montmorency tart cherries. These are the variety used in all the clinical trials. Go for unsweetened tart cherry juice concentrate or frozen tart cherries, not canned or syrup-soaked. The sugar ruins everything. Drink 2 tablespoons of concentrate or 1 cup of tart cherries, 30-60 minutes before bed. Pair it with 200 to 400 mg of magnesium citrate for absorption. Avoid eating it with high-fat meals. Fat blocks anthocyanin absorption. And here's the kicker. If you also add 1 daily walk, even just 15 minutes, while following this tart cherry protocol, you double the muscle recovery effect. Let's now break down exactly how fast your body can reverse sarcopenia. Most seniors think muscle growth takes years. That's false. According to the NIH, even a 70-year-old can build new muscle fibers within 2 weeks if inflammation is reduced and protein synthesis is supported. Tart cherries, magnesium, and short resistance movements activate mTOR pathways, the master switch for muscle growth. Here's a breakdown of what you may expect if you follow this. Week 1, improved sleep, less soreness, more energy. Week 2, 3, noticeable grip strength increase, less effort standing from chairs. Week 4 to 6, visible muscle tone in arms, thighs, improved balance. Week 8 to 12, stronger walking speed, reduced risk of falls by up to 45%, NIH data. Now let's clear one last myth. Your doctor may never mention sarcopenia, not because it's not dangerous, but because there's no pill for it. Drug companies can't patent tart cherries, so they don't profit when you reverse muscle loss naturally. But that doesn't mean you can't act. You don't need expensive gym memberships. You don't need steroids, injections, or artificial powders. You need a bowl of tart cherries, a little magnesium, and a short daily movement habit like slow squats or walking. That's it. But wait, before we close, one final warning. There are 2 foods that secretly cancel out the muscle-building power of tart cherries. They're in almost every American kitchen. We reveal those in the next video, so don't miss it.